Hey everyone, Mad Furry MGTOW, and today I want to go ahead and I want to talk to you about a subject that came up at least a couple different times, and so this is first impressions. Okay, so I want to talk about the N.A.W.A.L.T. This has been brought up a couple different times around me. I think the first time I heard about it was when MGTOW 101 did a video about a few months ago, and I'll put the link to that video down in the description. But anyways, what he goes on to say is he describes exactly what a N.A.W.A.L.T is, and if you guys don't know what it is it's an anagram, meaning it doesn't actually spell out a word. And the only reason why I consider N.A.W.A.L.T to be an anagram is because it really only spells Walt. It really the whole "n" part. It really is a poorly put together word, but it does stand for what it stands for pretty well. What N.A.W.A.L.T stands for is not all women are like that. So hence the term that we use for that. So anyways, so from what I see, there's a lot of talk about this N.A.W.A.L.T. Some people want to say it's an elusive creature that maybe you can find, whereas in the other half of the coin kind of goes like this. Well, you're dumb if you believe you can find a N.A.W.A.L.T. You're stupid, or you're under some sort of delusion if you believe N.A.W.A.L.Ts exist. Now, I did an interview with Direwolf and his red-pilled wife about a couple months ago, and that didn't go too well because I guess apparently I didn't set the settings right. I thought it was fine. We went to record, and I didn't get any audio. So while we try to figure out a rescheduling for that, I want to go ahead. I want to take a little bit of information that he gave to me from this interview that I think would be a little bit beneficial for you guys. The first thing I'm going to say is this: a N.A.W.A.L.T is not impossible to find. It is very slim to find in this ever-growing narcissistic society that we live in. I mean, let's face it. I made a video not too long ago explaining why women suck, narcissism being the biggest problem that I see, at least. Okay? Other than they're not being taught how to be proper ladies, how to actually be around a man, because we're putting so much emphasis on men learning how to treat women. Well, if you think about it, statistically speaking, there are more women than there are men. So why aren't we teaching the women how to attract and how to be nice to guys? So that way, naturally, guys want to be with them. You see where I'm going with this? This doesn't add up. But, again, a lot of kids in America are being raised by single mothers, and it's this whole, what it seems like is this whole psychology thing where these single mothers resent their men that left them. So now they're angry, they're shallow, they're bitter about everything that happened to them, and now they're imprinting this onto their kids rather than letting them be and figuring out where they want to be, letting them experience things for their own selves and see where it takes them. Because, every individual is different. So when you try to imprint something because you went through it onto your child, or your parents went through it, they imprinted it on you. And so then, you see, it just keeps starting this whole cycle. And you can't get over it until you break the cycle. So anyways, he went on to tell me during the interview that he met his wife outside of the U.S. Okay, kudos to him. He thinks he found a red pill wife, or as he calls it, he thinks he found his N.A.W.A.L.T is what it looks more like. Okay, fine. He's happy. I ain't going to kill his buzz over it. I am, however, I'm not going to be too far behind him, just whispering to him every step of the way, hey, dude, it's just a matter of time. It could happen. It could happen. I'm not saying it will. I'm not saying it won't. It could. You just never know. So, It's still, as far as I see it, way too early to tell if it'll happen. Now, however, that's the trick of it all, and why I will not say to young men or just men in general out there, yeah, go find this N.A.W.A.L.T. Go look for it, because that's the problem. Times change, people change, and so therefore, the person that you may know today and that you love for whom they are may not be the same person tomorrow. That is the most fucked up part about life that there is. The biggest curveball you can get right to the face. Just that person that you thought was perfect, you're like, yes, I found the N.A.W.A.L.T. She's perfect. She's not like every woman. Doesn't want me for my money. She doesn't want me because I have nice things. No, she loves me for who I am. That may be true the day you meet her, but it may be long gone 10 years from now, 20 years from now. It may be even gone shorter than that. It could be as quick as the next day. And then you wake up, and next thing you know, she's packing up her bags, and she's looking for a way to not only pack up her bags, but pack up some of your shit along with her. So that way, through a legal standpoint, that is. So that way, it's like, yeah, N.A.W.A.L.T, you shouldn't have fucked me. I'm sorry. I don't mean to paint this horror story on you guys, but that's what I see with the N.A.W.A.L.T here. It could also be women trying to blend in, to be this chameleon, as Sandman always puts it, to be more attractive towards guys, because they want them to be as flexible, I guess you could say, as they possibly can be. So that way they're bound to attract more attention. So that way they can get the guys that they want and all that kind of stupid fun shit. So, if so many guys are going MGTOW, they're going to try and appear as a N.A.W.A.L.T. That's at least how I see it. And quite frankly, this whole N.A.W.A.L.T thing, it's a possibility. Could you possibly find that one true N.A.W.A.L.T? It's a probability. I'm not going to say you're stupid for believing it. Crazy? Maybe. Stupid? No. However, denying it is not helping either. We don't exactly know. There could be, yes, a lot of women share a lot of nasty traits. And, it's hard to decipher who's a good one, who's a bad one. It's like you can never get all the qualities you want in one package. And men think we have a horrible standard to live up to. Our standards are based on our choices. And, women want the guys that, like, they're like, because women want paradoxes, is basically what they want at the end of the day. Whereas in guys, we're a little bit more simple on that. I think most guys would agree that the perfect N.A.W.A.L.T is a woman who wants us for us, no matter what we are, no matter what stage we are at in life, no matter what our income is, what we look like, etc., etc., etc. And who isn't going to just sit there and bitch and whine and moan about everything? Who isn't going to take and do the usual female tricks? Who isn't going to take and do all kinds of shit that women tend to do? That is the idea of the N.A.W.A.L.T. And honestly, yeah, it's like finding a needle in a haystack, like I said earlier. It's just slim to none to find. And at least that's how I see it. So, what do I say to you guys out there? What would be the best advice? Well, you could give up the search. You could just go, well, if that's my odds, I don't want to try. And you could go, well, if it takes me 1,000 tries, it takes me 1,000 tries. If it only takes me one, okay, that's really a little low to try and aim for. But if you find it right on the first try, just remember the few rules. Okay? And I know this is going to sound like shit coming from you, but just follow the cautionary tales. Don't get married to her. If you have a child with her, no, well, you're playing with fire there. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. She can badly burn you for it. I.e., child support and all that fun shit. So, just make sure you got some sort of plan. You don't want her to screw you over. So, and I know what some guys are going to say. Oh, well, if I have a child with this so-called N.A.W.A.L.T, there's no way she's going to burn me. Yeah, I've heard that from so many guys and so many different other situations that it's not funny. Like the guys that say, after 10 years of marriage, she ain't going to leave me. Or the advice that goes like this. Yep, after 20 years, you two are pretty much stuck together. She ain't gonna leave you, and you won't leave her because it'd be too damn expensive. Glick, glick. Yeah, that's the kind of shit that that you get for advice from some of these people. Anyways, that's my short thing about N.A.W.A.L.T. Personally, am I looking for one? No. If I do happen to find one, though, while I'm not looking, I'm gonna just go, hey, that's weird. It's like finding a creature that's an albino, like an albino deer. I'm gonna go, that's cool. I never seen one of those before. Probably snap a picture so I remember it. And then, just like the deer, I'm gonna let it run along. Okay? I'm not gonna try and put that into my trophy room. Go, yeah, hey, look, boys, I found me one of them N.A.W.A.L.T. Yeah. Ain't that just something? She got the whole package and everything. Big titties, nice face, and hey, she ain't a bitch. Oh god, I do not talk like that. Oh, fucking hell. Anyways, I think you guys get the point. That's just what I see the whole thing about, okay? And so I say unto you, happy hunting. With that said, I am the Mad Furry MGTOW. I'll see you guys next time here on Mad Furry MGTOW. And don't forget to be faithful to yourself because the ghost N.A.W.A.L.Ts aren't going to do it for you. See you next time, folks.